He's back just in time for us to
Just in time for the open.
get to the open.
But we're going to be
All right,
patient.
guys. Everybody knows, everybody should know this at this point. Only larger accounts, people who are already consistently profitable trade the open. Everybody else, wait until it calms down a little bit. Wait until we get a little clear direction from the open. A little. Still wanting to play ball in the range, so acting like an inside day still. Again, trend's neutral for the most part, even though technically it's a downtrend. For the most part, we're looking at a neutral trend right now. I mean, that's obvious on the charts, right?
Yep.
Until we break out of that range,
Yeah,
trend is going to be neutral. Until the range is broken, both YM, ES.
I want to diddle in the middle of this.
Nah, good. Okay, yourself's caught in unpredictable territory. Again, those of you here newer, we do have some pretty steadfast rules. One of them is when the market opens, we're going to wait until we get some clear directions, usually about 6 minutes. So we set a little 6-minute timer. When that goes off, we see if we have some clear direction, and then we try to grab something. If not, we wait. We're patient. Some days 9:34, we see a pretty good trade with a slower market. We take it. Some days it's 9:45 before we get an opportunity. So you just be patient. We are in the zone on the YM. So that might create a little bit of a sell signal. Coming up to the zone on the ES as well. That might create a little bit of a sell signal as well. Again, those who aren't consistent or already profitable, you are not to take that trade. You're to just be patient, sit on your hands. It looks like the market wants to push up a little bit more, so just watch, be patient. I am trying to stay above that range, but again, keep in mind there's a pretty solid area above that on the YM that should act like resistance. Again, you guys wrote those numbers down. Perfect, Graham. That's exactly in the area that we talked about. 340 to 360. That's exactly right. Good call. Good job, buddy. So don't give FOMO. Don't chase trades. We don't do that here. You guys know that. There'll be plenty of opportunities. And those that got here before the open had a few pretty good opportunities to get green on. No need pressing buttons if you're already green. Just chill out for a minute. I have to
Yeah.
ask because I just got a message that I've got a couple people that are still long on the YM. Is there anybody that's still long on the ES? Nobody's doing that. Okay. Really mixed on the trend here, guys. So be very cautious. If you're going to take the long signal, you got to get your targets off quick on the YM. Same for the ES. But I think everybody needs to be just cautious for a few minutes. Let's get it. Let's get a little direction here. Starting to chop at the top. Starting to get a little chop around at the top, both ES, YM. Paul, Boss Hog, any help you want to give me on this?
Wow.
Well, right now it's come up to that little range. It's trying to break right there.
If we stay above that,
96.
yeah, if we stay above that, be really comfortable on the long side, guys.
Yeah.
There's your 6 minutes. You're free to trade around the country. World. You're free to trade around the world. Yeah, that 04 Westy is what we talked about earlier this morning as part of the plan. It's actually 05 to like 010 on the ES. We'll sell signal on the ES and what happens in the range. But little, still want to play that range, guys. So let's just, again, like I said, if you're doing anything in this, guys, right now in this area, do it lighter than you normally would.
Yeah.
Switch to micros. If you did the short trade, targets off, guys. Starting to look at a first touch rule on the YM. Starting to look at a first touch rule on the ES. Get a little hook up and a 9-tick rule. Might want to take a stab at it if you're on the long side. Those of you on the short side, just pull your stops down, lock in the profits. Now below this little consolidation area, if the price goes below this little consolidation, you definitely want to be on the short side. Same on the YM. Price gets below this little consolidation area here, probably want to be on the short side. So keep your eyes on that. Anybody that did short trade, again, targets off. First touch rule fails. Again, if the first touch rule fails too, you may want to be on the short side as well. So anybody that did short trade, make sure that you have profits locked in wherever your entry is. And be aware that there could be a long signal coming. So just make sure that you have some ticks locked in if you did short trade. If you see the 9-tick rule start to form, you might want to take a stab at that on the long side. Or even a little W, you might want to do that. Everybody else that's short, just stay short and pull your stops down a little bit. Coming from the top of the range, this is what we said would do. Play the range as long as it's ranging, and that's what it's doing. Didn't gather enough muster to go to that top side, which is kind of what we thought. So kind of thought this would be a little bit rangy. Staying on the short side, whoever's short for the time being.
Yeah.
Stops down a little bit. So waiting for a good buy signal for those that want to be long. Obviously, we are in a downtrend now, but still kind of trend neutral as long as we're in this range, guys. All right. Anybody catching a piece of the short side?
I was thinking it might turn. The ES might turn on that
James,
first touch
nice
rule, but
job.
it didn't.
Yeah, if it didn't, what did I say to everybody? If the first touch rule didn't come through, you probably want to be on the short side, guys.
Yeah.
Stops down a little bit more. Anybody else? Okay, I got 2, 3 in the YM. Rick, are you on the ES? Rick's on the ES, right? Or YM? All right, we're ES. All right.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Looks like at this point, guys, I would really think that you guys might want to confirm any long signal with something that might be like a W, a double bottom, or something that some kind of consolidation. Right now, just stay on the short side, guys. Stops down a couple more ticks. You could probably use 90 right now. On the ES, maybe getting a little bit of a buy signal starting to form, but don't think that you want to be super aggressive with that. On the YM, probably want to be down a little bit to like 284 as your stop. And a little prior swing here. Keep your eyes on the prior swings, right? On the ES, if you look left, prior swing. So if it breaks down lower below that, another sign you want to stay on the short side for the near term. Same for the YM. Little prior swing here. Breaks below that. Probably still want to be on the short side for the near term. If you start to see a little W form, and it actually forms, then you can probably take a look at the long side. If it doesn't, stay short. All right, stops down on the ES to 89.25 at least, maybe a little bit tighter than that now. 88. 88 on the YM. Get your stops down a little bit to probably let's say 274. Probably keep you safe. See if that happens. Maybe that's a little tight on the YM. If you haven't moved it, guys, might be a little tight. Probably want to be above that wick there.
What'd you say on the ES? 288?
88, I think, would keep them in it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're coming down to a zone. Got a 9-tick rule buy signal, so I
Mm-hmm.
mean, ideally, you'd want to see that fail. So I like 88 right now, but if it starts to keep going down, obviously, you might want to go a couple more ticks.
Keeps going down.
You-
Next stop be 86. Should be. If
86 it.
If no, not yet. I didn't say that. I said if it keeps going down.
It looks like the YM's trying to form a little bit of a W, but don't think that's any reason. Everybody should have plenty of ticks locked in to not have to worry about keeping your stops super tight on that. Also, you had a little prior W long that came out of here, so it's trying to figure out if it wants to go back up from there on the YM. Same on the ES. Had a little wiggle here from the long side earlier, so it's just trying to work those orders out.
It's getting a lot of congestion right there in that one area.
Yeah, once those orders get themselves worked out and all flushed out, we'll get a little bit of direction here, and then you can move your stop. It's pretty easy, right, guys? Take it from the top of the zone. Trust the zones. I think we put that in the notes, right? Trust the zones. Did we? Was it in the notes? The part of the plan this morning? Trust the zones? Zones working. Imagine that. All right. Looks like we can probably pull the stop down a couple more ticks there, guys.
I'll go ahead and pull it down to
What do you think?
probably 86 now this time.
86? I like 87.
87. I start to say 87, 86, 87. It's really 86 and 3/4, but 87 will do.
Yeah, okay. One of the 86, 87 is good. Pulled that stop too tight, Westy. It's all right. You got some good ticks out of it. All right, YM. Bring your stop down to 269.
On
What were you about to say?
ES, bring it down to 85 and 3/4 because it's bouncing off that zone right there.
85, 75. 85, 75.
That'll still be a good run on it.
Decent one. Anybody getting close to a runner on the ES or I don't know if you need on the YM. I think they need like 10 ticks for a couple people on the YM.
If you went 85,
flat on the
75,
ES.
flat.
I want to be thinking about being flat on the YM now too. For another chance. Or if you left your stop a little looser, I get a second chance at this. We'll see. Starts to hook down. You might want to take a stab at it again. But then you're selling into the lows, so beware of that. So the point I'm trying to make is if you didn't catch any of this run down, you're not getting into the short now. That's the point I'm trying to make. All right. Good one. Had one person that was 10 ticks away from getting a runner on the YM. Anybody get anywhere close to a runner on the ES? Anyone? Nice, Rick. That's the way to start the morning. And Rick's done for the day. Nice job. Got a little M formation on the ES here. But again, that's selling into the lows. If this is your first trade, you didn't catch any of the previous ones, you may want to say, I'm not sure if this is the best one for me to take. But if you've already caught some, then you could probably take a stab at it, risk a couple ticks. And keep in mind, guys, you guys need to be trading lighter right now until the range breaks. Trade lighter. Don't get super aggressive on stuff. Those that did the M trade, you should have your targets off. If you did it. If you didn't do it, again, you took my heating, my warning, what's the word I can use? Don't make this your first trade of the day is the point I'm trying to make. Don't make this your first trade is the point I'm trying to make. You should be doing this one if you're only green, if you're green already. And I hate to say that, but do you want to be the person who is not green and starts chasing at the lows? No, that's not what we teach. If you're green, you get a nice little M like this, get your targets off now, hook down the stochastics on the YM. You guys should have targets off. And stops to a no lose now. We're going to act like a double bottom from the zone on the ES. Prior swings on the YM. Prior swings on the YM. You can maybe take a stab on the long side, but on the ES, no reason to be out of this short yet. YM kind of took you out, so ES may follow in a second. So you might want to squeeze your stops if you did it. And then there's the counter trend W on the YM that we just pointed out, and obviously the buy signal from the zone on the
I
ES.
just took a buy signal on the long on the ES.
Coming from the zone. There you go. So this is where we'll see if this really wants to continue to be an inside day, or it picks a direction. So what's the theme this morning? It's going to chop up, run down, chop up, run down, chop up, run down. So what does it look like so far? Your long trades are going to be a little bit harder to manage right now than your short trades. Which means you got to be very disciplined in your trade management on the long side. Did anybody take the double bottom on either the ES or YM? Did anybody do that? Now, nice trade on the short side, guys. So, again, I'm going to say one thing. If you get a good trade like Rick just did, really think about being done for the morning. Seriously, guys. Not a lot of direction here. So, and if you did the long trade with Coach Wilbur, you better have your targets off. That way you can be in a no lose. Because you're getting a short signal right now.
Yep.
Actually, you had a short signal already from the zone on the YM.
Flat.
First touch rule on the ES. Below the lows now on the ES.
I guess down in this zone. 81 with 81.75.
All right, those that took the sell signal on the YM, targets off. Those that did the little M here, sell signal on the ES, targets off. See how that works, guys? Get a little swing on the YM, nice little M. Yes, definitely have targets off now. Stops to a no lose. Watch the pivot on the ES. YM, make sure you've locked in profits if you've done it. Whatever that is for you. Don't know your entry prices, but make sure you've locked in some profits right now and then leave your stop a little relaxed. Why? Because if it continues to break down a little bit more, you got a little room to run. So what do we say in a situation like this? We always say this, guys. Hey, what's the word I'm looking for?
Just talking away in mute.
Uh,
God, I love that. Pay yourself
what
to
is it?
stay in
What's-
the trade.
There we go. Pay yourself to stay in the trade. That's why we trade
Only
multiple
said it
contracts, guys. That way
4
you can take
times
some
in mute.
targets. Sorry, Paul, go ahead.
No, I said I only said it 4 times in mute.
You're
Well,
like,
I
why
heard
isn't he
him.
listening to me again?
It's
That's
like there's
it.
that rudeness again.
Well, first touch rule was respected on the ES, so that might be a good sign that we might get below that range. However, the YM's trying to push up now, so I think I can hear the birds in your yard, Paul.
Birds in my yard?
Yeah.
I don't hear any birds there.
And there's your inside day on the long side, guys. So I'm trying to keep you guys not dual-minded right now. So those that are more advanced can trade this both ways. Trust the zones, like we said. The YM zones. I probably should make the YM zones a little tighter today because it is acting like a narrow range inside day. So I'll do that in a couple minutes. You guys can see this. We'll just throw in a little horizontal line here for this area. So you either are long right now or you're being patient and waiting for it to rally a little bit. Look for a sell signal. Now again, trends are still mixed. So what does that mean for people that are struggling to be profitable? What happens when we have mixed trend days and you're struggling to be profitable, guys?
Don't trade it. Wait.
Stay out.
There you go. Why? Why would you want to do it if you're struggling to be profitable in a mixed trend day? You might want to tell yourself one trade with super high probability. That's it. Maybe you get one trade from the zone, catch yourself a few points, a few ticks, and sit on your hands. Might be getting a little bit of an M to form. Both the YM and the ES. Still feel comfortable with that being below the 89, but that's okay. And those of you that are just showing up on trial, we had a decent little short trade. Most everybody got a decent little short trade on the way down here from the zone. Both the YM and the ES. Those of you on trial, just click on the chart you want to see. If you want to see the YM, you can click on Code Prime YM. If you want to see the ES, just click on that chart. If it takes you away from it, you can click back on the one you want to be on, YM or ES. It doesn't matter. So most everybody got a decent little short trade there. Did anybody do the long trade on that book and stochastics double bottom on the YM? Anybody do the long trade, or is everybody just waiting for the next sell opportunity?
I think everybody's sitting back waiting for the sale.
Okay, all right. Keep your eyes peeled like potatoes. It wasn't funny. That was just stupid, wasn't it?
I wouldn't say anything.
Oh, we're back to taters again.
Back to
Didn't we talk
taters.
about taters yesterday?
I think so. You might get a little bit of a sell signal, but I still like the M here, guys. I wouldn't just jump in anything. I think would rather see an M. It's starting to chop around back in the same area that chopped around before. So again, momentum's flat, trend's neutral. We made it a big deal. Tater's gonna take.
That's good. I like that. Tater's gonna take.
Wow. All right, again. We're gonna reach out to you. Those of you on trial, we're just gonna reach out to you, make sure that you don't have any questions. We can make sure we can answer any
Oh,
questions
yeah.
that you have. We're here to support you. If you see something that's crazy, let us know. If the M starts to form, guys, maybe you want to take a shot at it. Got a little M on the YM.
Oh, M on the ES just started this form.
Got it. See there? See how that works, guys? Everybody should have targets off if you did the little M trade. And now stops to a no lose. I heard somebody get their target filled.
That was me, probably.
Nice. All right. Who's catching a piece of the short side again? Is there swing, no trade? Got a little swing, got a little trade. Good job. I took a trade on the. All right. T light. Lock in. Make sure you do have some targets locked in. Stop to a no lose. T light. Just make sure you're guaranteed profits on the trade until it breaks down a little lower. Sandra, good job. Hey there, honey. How you doing, Miss Sandra? Stretch,
Good morning,
good job.
Sandra.
Green
All
jeans.
right. 2 off
Westy,
and
good
1
work.
running. Stops
Doing
down to
great, Sandra.
80, 85 and a half on the E ES.
85 and a half. 85.50. 85.50.
85.50. 50.
All right. Then YM, you could probably go down a couple more ticks. I'm just a little weary of where it's at right now. I'd like to see it break down a little bit lower, but maybe try it. Now you could do two, let's call it 291 for now. At least
85, 84,
84,
83,
Yes.
83. It's going down.
83, guys.
If it breaks out the other
Break of
side
the
of
pivot.
this,
Yeah.
Break this pivot.
Staying short now, guys, for the time being.
stop setting at 83, everyone.
A couple more
82.
ticks on the YM. 82 on the ES. So 284, it looks like it's pretty good. Maybe I don't want it to come back and get you. 284, I like that right now. There's just a little congestion there on the YM, guys. What you got on the ES? 80 what now?
80. I got 82, just right outside that zone.
82. Okay.
Don't
like
get
that.
scared. Ride it out.
Scared. Don't get scared.
That's it. Don't get
It's
scared.
going down, guys. Stay short. Here we go. Buckle them seatbelts. I say that and it's going to pop right back up.
I would say if you're in, don't just jump in.
Yeah,
just
don't-
jump in.
don't
No,
jump in.
it's a little late to jump in now.
Yeah, you're around this pivot here. You might get a little bounce here.
He lied on the YM. Lock in what you want locked in from a tick standpoint. I do think that there's probably a little bit more room it could come down, but also if you lock in whatever you want, T-Light and the other YM guys, you probably get a second chance at it. So that's I'm gonna leave that call to you guys. So those that are short on the YM probably will get another chance at that short. So you can think about being flat. Yes. I think you could still be in that. And if it just hooks back down again, you just go right back in. So it's your choice. I'm going to call this a fielder's choice on the YM guys. Not quite giving you the breathing room that the ES is giving you. Is that a good way to put that?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I believe it is.
YM's moving back up. You probably wouldn't think about the same thing on the ES
Yep,
guys.
It jumped up and took me out.
Yep.
And now there it goes.
There's the hook back down. We're having an 82 being the stop.
It jumped up to 82.
Did it?
Yeah.
No, it didn't get there.
Uh,
I think you were a little lower than 82.
Thank you.
According to
Thank you.
mine. Well, what the heck?
Are you on the
I
micros?
No.
think your eyesight's
Hold
up.
on.
Mine didn't get
Why
to
did
82.
that take me out?
I think you accidentally pulled your stop tighter than you
Yeah, I
think
was
you
gonna say, I
had it.
think you pulled your stop down because it didn't get there.
Now you probably want to think about squeezing that stop, guys, to something like 8150. YM, like I said, if it takes you out, just take that hook down and go back in on the YM.
Break
If
that
you didn't
too.
get out, you could have went back in on this little hook. So should be on the short side. And those that didn't get a first chance got a second chance now. Look at that, guys.
Broke out the other
Everybody that
side
didn't get
of
the
it.
first one, you got a second chance to get back in. I like us. Did you jump back in, didn't you, Boss Hog?
Yes.
I knew you did. Hey. Oh man. All right. Let's go down to, what do you think? 79?
Yeah.
79 at least on the ES. All right. Good job, T Light. Good job. Stops on the YM now. Can go, let's say, at least above this little wick here. At least 261 should lock in some ticks for you. And if the YM can break down below that prior low, it should follow suit with the ES, and we will be in a downtrend day. So if that happens, if the overnight lows being broken, or the early morning lows being broken, overnight lows being broken on the ES, so the YM's probably going to follow with that. YM stop, a couple more ticks, guys. You could use 254 now. What do you got on the ES? I think
Yes, I'm just sitting right here at 277.
77. I think that's a little tight, but
It's fighting that area right there.
yeah, it's still gonna go below it though.
There it goes.
You know something I don't, dude. Just kidding. YM down to 245. $45 might be a little tight, but I think it's going to follow suit with the ES here in a minute. All right. There should be some people close to a runner on this one now. Anybody getting close to a runner on this one? Nice, Westy. Nice. Good job, Stuart. Probably do a couple more ticks on the YM. Looking at maybe 230, 239 on the YM. Starting to get a little bit of a W there, but if you see that happen, well, that's why we use stops, right?
Yep.
That's why we use stops. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. And the people who didn't catch the original one got a second chance on both the YM and the ES. So everybody should have had a chance to get a little piece of this short action. So far this morning, after the open, 2 decent shorts. Not horrible. Not horribly at all. Boom.
Flat once again.
Nice. T-Light being done for the day.
Good
Rick should be
job,
done for the
T-Light.
day. All you guys, all you ladies and gentlemen out there that got a piece of these 2 short trades, start thinking about being done for the day. Still, YM couldn't push quite below the range just yet. ES just barely below the range. Oh, man, them words are hard. You guys might be getting another sell signal. I'll be patient for a second, guys. Might be getting another sell signal here.
Sit back and take a breather.
If you do this sell signal, guys, get your targets off quick. And give T-Light and the other people. I got like 4 or 5 people done for the day. Those of you on trial do celebrate people's victories. So in the form of King David, great job. Here are your gongs, guys. We give a gong out, meaning get green, get gone, get gong. Nice job, guys. Targets off on the next short. So there you go. Anybody that missed the original 2 got another chance. All right. Anybody that missed the original 2 catching a piece of this one. Great job, King David. Great job, T-Light. Any of you guys that missed the original 2 shorts catching a piece of it? All right. Make sure you got your targets off. Stops in a no lose. Obviously, this is starting to act like a little support here. So make sure you already got your targets off. Stops in a no lose. You know the ES is going to come up and try to take those stops. Everybody knows that. You get it. That's why you got to be good on your entries and take those targets, especially when you sell into the lows. You guys know the rules here. You sell into the lows. You want to take what? What percentage of your normal target would you want to take? If you're selling into the lows or buying into the highs, what percentage of your I would say sit on your hands for a little while then. Set that timer, buddy, from 10:08. Set a timer. Do you know how long to set a timer for? I bet you do. Two days. 27-minute timer, guys. If you're missing these trades, it's not time to trade now. You're chasing at this point, guys. You're chasing. You are chasing at this point. If you're not a sniper with your entries and able to get targets off fast, like the first touch rule here on the YM, first touch rule on the ES, if you're not a sniper on the entries, or you manage your targets great, you don't need to be trading this. You guys listening to the words coming out of my mouth? Because nobody answered my question. Over 100 people, and nobody can answer the question. What percentage, if you're selling into the lows or buying into the highs, what percentage should you probably take your targets down to? There we go, Rick. Thank
50.
you.
Yeah, that's
50%.
50%.
50% of your normal target. So if ES, your first target's normally 6 ticks, probably want to take 3 ticks. If your first target's 8 ticks, you want to take 4 ticks. You might want to think about taking both targets on the ES around 4 ticks, 3 to 5 ticks. Guarantee yourself some profits on it. YM, if you're normally at 12 ticks, you probably want to take your target at 6 ticks. Then that way you can guarantee yourself some profit on the trade. We do this all the time. Anytime that you're range bound or buying the highs or selling in the lows, get those targets down. Don't be so stubborn with your target, guys. Be stubborn. What should you be stubborn with? Entry and stop. That you should be stubborn with. If you don't get a good entry, you don't take the trade. Simple enough, isn't it? All right, there you go, guys. I think that's pretty impressive enough for people to have a good look-see at what we do here. Now let's see. We passed pretty much any of the news we had today, right?
Anybody take any of that W? Wasn't much of one. They had to have gotten it fast.
Let's see what we got. Any more news this morning? 10:30, nat gas, and 12:15. We'll be out of here for lunch by the time the Yahoo starts speaking. Is that today? That's today. Yep. Oh, M forming. Sorry, guys. I was looking at the news and kind of slipped on that one, but that's okay. There will never be another trade in the history of the planet. We did say, what did we say about the zones today, guys? Trust the zones. I think the zones are working. Does it look like they're working?
Just hanging around them all day long.
Yeah, they are working. I missed the sell signal there on the YM. Sorry, guys. Did anybody take that sell signal on the YM? I was busy looking at the news for that. Good job, Green Jeans. That's a good one. That was a good sell signal, guys. And prior swing, whole 9 yards. Yes, short. Good, Westy. That's all right. That's all right. I did point out the M on the ES, so you had a chance to get that. But target's off on the ES. Again, same rule as before, guys. About half of what your normal target would be. Put your stop in a no lose. And if one of these starts to run, aka breaks the lows, then you're going to be happy that you're in it. Same on the YM. Those that took the short, stop to a no lose. And if it starts to run down, breaks these lows, you're going to be happy that you're in it. If it doesn't, you've locked in some profits. Much simpler way of trading. What else there? What's going on here? Are you talking about the pivot? That definitely would have excluded Lulu if she was trading the YM. Everybody should be flat on that one. And now, what do we talk about here, guys? Look to the left. Prior swing gets broken on the upside. Maybe you either wait for a rally, or if you're big green already, take a little stab at the counter trend long. We're still inside, still on that inside day, guys. So if you want to take a reversal trade, just scalp it or be patient. YM's back in the zone, starting to create a 16 tick rule sell signal. But again, I'm going to tell you the same thing, guys. Target's fast if you do it. It did break the prior swing high, so you might want to just double confirm that with an M on the YM if you want to be in it. And those of you who are big green on the long side, target's off. Coming right out of the bottom of the zone or bottom of the barrel. Let's call it bottom of the barrel. Target filled.
Back out of the zone again. It should go.
Should go back up if it gets above the zone, guys. True to an inside day. Yeah. Prior swing was right around where the pivots ended up being. Everybody else, you can patiently wait for a short signal. Those that aren't doing the counter trend, or it's not even a counter trend long, guys. It's a mixed trend here that got. Let's call it trend neutral. It's not even counter trend today. Until the ranges get broken, it's two-way trading. You got to just pick a side. If you're struggling to be profitable, pick a side. Don't get dual-minded. Does that make sense, guys? If you're still a struggling to be profitable trader, you can't have a dual thought process. I'm long, short. I'm long. I'm short. I'm long and short. If you're profitable already, there might be a tight little M forming there. If you're profitable as a trader on a regular basis, you might be getting a sell signal up here at this prior swing on the YM as well. If you're profitable as a trader, yeah, you can do that. You've got the wherewithal to say, okay, I see a good long signal, I'm going to take it. See a good short signal, I'll take it. But a lot of people don't have the ability to switch their thought process from long to short, long to short, long to short. So if you're in that category, you pick a side on a day like today. Maybe it's just shorts. Maybe it's just longs. Pick a side until something happens to say, I did tell you that guys could be getting a little bit of a sell signal in the YM from that zone. Maybe a little M forming on the ES. But again, you got to pick a side. That's all there is to it. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen?
I guess I'll answer for everyone. Yes.
No, thank you.
Wow.
Graham, good job. Like having Boss Hog on, Sandra. We do too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Targets off. If you did the sell signals, guys. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat real quick. I am really around. Graham, keep breaking that range. Good job, Graham. Blues doing really well at sitting on the hands. That's good. We've been working hard with Graham being professional at this. Graham's getting pretty good. Graham Green's getting pretty darn good at least assessing the situation and knowing when not to trade.
Yeah, right now this is just a crapshoot.
Later, yeah, don't unless you already took the short and got your targets off. Don't do anything right now. Unless you already took the short, got targets off, don't do anything. There you go, T Light. Good job, King David. Wow, you guys are chatting a storm up. No, we just Damien. We need you. Damien, we need you to walk away. Like go step outside or something so we can get a runner, Damien. Yeah. Damien, Graham Green, we've worked really hard on that patience over the past year or so, and Graham is. I can't say it. I can't say enough about how like excited I am for the progress Graham's done. Yeah, go on a walk, Damien, so we can get a runner here.
Get.
Did anybody take the M short YM or ES? You guys?
Yes, sir.
We did point that out plenty in advance. Sandra, Westy. All right, good job, guys. All right, everybody should obviously have their targets off. I would say a pretty decent stop on the ES probably looks like 78.25 at least.
I got 78.50.
Okay, there you go. YM, pretty decent stop. Let's say 280. Big 283 there, it looks like. Lock in some ticks, pay yourself to stay in. And again, guys, I say this all the time. No swing, no trade. Got a nice little swing up. Good little M to form. And those that were at our little presentation last night, now you get to see those of you on trial that were at the presentation, you get to see exactly what we're looking for in our trades and how patient we are to wait for it. Any questions? Those of you on trial, you see kind of the same thing we were covering last night? Just want to help out. Graham, great job. Great job, Graham.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Liberty Trading Club. I'm Paulina, and I'm here to let you know you can start a free 3-day trial with us by visiting libertytradingclub.com. During your trial, you'll have access to our trade room for live trade calls, participation in chat to have your questions answered by a coach, as well as access to our training modules, live member meetups, and indicators. Visit libertytradingclub.com. After your first 3 days, it's just $149 a month for trade room access. Visit libertytradingclub.com and please like, subscribe, and share.